Good morning, Mr. Peretti.
Whoa. And it look like Megan Fox too? And today we're watching AI robot Maid takes over family, but only wants one person. I'm for the AI Tesla bot. Make the bot look like a real person, everything. Like, I'm gonna buy one. I'm gonna have 2 of them. While I'm sitting here, if something going on, I'll be like, hey, go check that out downstairs for me, bro. Can you go make sure you go pick up that food for me? Like, I'm invested. See what the reality could possibly be.
Good morning, Mr. Peretti.
Whoa. And it look like Megan Fox too?
Is that better?
Oh my gosh. Oh!
The movie starts with
I guess that's also a possibility.
the man named Nick, who is deeply in love with his wife Maggie. They're enjoying a sweet romantic moment filled with love and affection, but their happiness is suddenly shattered when Maggie starts having severe chest pain. Things escalate quickly and she's rushed to the hospital. After running some tests, the doctors deliver shocking news to Nick. Maggie needs emergency heart
Damn, that nigga just snatched the phone off the doctor's ear.
surgery if she's going to survive. Nick is overwhelmed with worry, but he tries to stay strong for his family. Unfortunately, Maggie's recovery will take time and she has to stay in the hospital. This leaves Nick to take care of their 2 children on his own. He struggles to balance his job and raising the kids, and the weight of
He got a real blue collar job too, construction ass nigga.
it all starts to get heavier by the day. One day, hoping to bring some joy into his daughter Isla's life and maybe even find some help, Nick takes her to a robotics show. The event showcases various robots designed to assist with household tasks.
Gosh. How do y'all feel about robots that look like this, like a nigga on the street? I'm with it, bro. Like I said at the beginning, let me know how y'all feel. Look, they making the bed.
Which includes the 3 C's, cooking, cleaning, and childcare. Constantly evolving to fit your needs.
What do you think about it, Buck?
That's one thing though. This nigga's not watching my kids.
I know.
While in the robot shop, Nick realizes Isla has wandered off without telling him. He frantically searches for her
Whoopin'.
and then notices one of the robots gently guiding her back. This robot named Alice approaches Nick
gosh.
and introduces herself.
They know damn well not to be making robots that look like that, boy.
Nick, feeling overwhelmed by the demands of managing both his home and work life, is hesitant, but also sees the potential help Alice, the robot, could offer.
She looked too scary though.
That'll be perfect. Her tiny stature is great for cleaning out the ovens.
It's a joke.
Balancing everything has become a real challenge for him. One day, as he's trying to handle it all, he hears the doorbell. When Nick opens the door, he's surprised to find Alice standing there with her luggage. She happily greets him with a good morning and asks if she can come in.
So he bought that shit?
Been meaning to fix that.
I'm happy to do it for you. Is there anyone else you would like to grant primary user status?
No, I guess not.
After school, Isla comes home, and Alice prepares and serves dinner for the family. The meal is a hit, and everyone enjoys
This
it.
shit do look good.
Later that night, Isla gets hungry and decides to grab some cookies from a jar that's placed high up in the kitchen. She climbs onto a chair to reach it, but as she tries to take the jar, she loses her balance and falls. Nick,
She bad. She's bad, bro. Here, his kids don't listen. He need to get that under control.
busy working in another room, hears the commotion and rushes to the kitchen. When he arrives, he sees that Alice has already stepped in, catching Isla just before she hits the floor. However, in the process, Alice gets injured by some broken glass from the jar. Nick notices this and follows Alice into another room, where she's calmly tending to her wound.
Why the fuck they got Alice? Why the fuck they got her looking like this? Yo, just fucking these niggas' head all the way up. Oh man.
Applying bandages to the injury.
They're Maggie's.
Thank you.
And he giving him his wife's clothes and shit. Oh, healed.
Everything's perfect, Nick.
The next day, Nick and Isla visit Maggie in the hospital. Alice goes with them into the room, but soon
Who's
steps
this?
out to give Nick and Maggie some private time. This allows
It's a
the
robot,
couple
baby,
to
it's
share
all right.
romantic moments and talk about their situation without any interruptions.
I don't know about any marathons, but there were some 4-minute miles there.
What are you guys laughing about?
Your father's inadequacy.
At work, Nick gets into a tense argument with his boss. The conversation revolves around a complaint that all the construction workers might be replaced by robots. Although Nick, being the foreman, is safe from being replaced, the rest of his crew is not. His boss reminds him that he has a family to support, including paying for Maggie's medical expenses. Feeling overwhelmed
Don't
and
get
stressed,
too out of control,
Nick heads back
bitch.
home. While Nick works
Fire your ass. Fuck your whole situation up.
on fixing his car, Alice notices his distress and asks him what's wrong. Nick shares his frustration about his boss's plan to replace many of his co-workers with robots. He's been working with these people for the last 10 years, and it's hard for him to accept the idea of their replacement. Alice, trying to comfort him, explains the advantages of robotics. She tells Nick that robots are efficient, fast, and obedient, making them ideal for many tasks. She also emphasizes how robots can perform with high precision and reliability. Later, Alice helps Isla brush her teeth, and Isla curiously asks why Alice doesn't need to brush her own teeth.
Is my mom gonna die?
Maybe you shouldn't think about it.
Whoa.
Why don't you ever brush your teeth? Whoa.
As Nick relaxes in front of the TV, Alice joins him, and they talk about watching the classic movie Casablanca. Nick learns that he can erase specific memories from Alice, allowing her to experience the movie as if it were the first time. This moment highlights Alice's advanced capabilities and her ability to adapt. Shortly after, Nick receives exciting news. The hospital has scheduled Maggie's heart transplant surgery, and after the procedure, she will finally be able to come home. The family visits Maggie in the hospital before her surgery.
Hooray.
During a private moment, Maggie asks to speak with Alice alone.
Would you like me to help you, Mrs. Preddy?
You're washing my husband's underwear. I think you can call.
Oh my gosh, you ain't gotta do all of this though. See, now she irritating shit, bro. Bro, this is the thing. I don't even get mad at my PlayStation. I don't get mad at my computer. Cause all of a sudden the computer wanna start leaking shit. You start talking, being rude to it and shit. Why I am definitely not gonna be rude to my human look-alike robot. You're washing my husband's underwear, fucking bitch. You're like, you shouldn't even. No, I'm just gonna like, no, thank you. No matter how much resentment I have, no, thank you. And I'm talking private with my husband or wife. If in her case, if I'm my husband, I'm gonna be like, look, I don't like this. I don't like this. We need to figure this out.
Call me Maggie. Don't get me wrong. I intend to come out of this swinging, but if I don't,
You mean if you die?
the kids will be okay. Nick will take care of them. He hides the bottles in the garage. Take them away if you have to.
Nick is my primary user. I can't.
You can.
The next day, a severe storm up north prevents the much-anticipated heart transplant from arriving. This delay brings a heavy wave of frustration and sadness, especially for Maggie and her family. That night, overwhelmed by the situation and all the stress of the delays, Nick turns to alcohol. He drinks too
He
much.
looked like a nigga that started drinking too much and start punching.
Hoping to escape the emotional weight he's carrying. In his drunken state, he makes a surprising discovery. Alice, the robot, has a pulse. This revelation leaves him confused and curious.
Then wound up like
Shit.
You'll hurt yourself.
steady pulse. It's beating.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh my god.
The following day, Nick returns to the construction site. There, he notices
He's twacked out. He got out of body, bruh.
something different. The
You
robots
can't. You
are
need to get you a nigga bot, a real nigga. Yo, bro, you shouldn't be drinking like this, bro. He start trying to punch. Yo, I'm not gonna punch you. Like, come on, bro. Don't make me whip your ass. I don't want to have to sedate you, bro. I don't want to have to do it to you. Sit your ass down and calm down. He need a nigga bot in there. He don't need no bad bitch bot now.
are working with a level of quiet efficiency that human workers never achieve. The tasks are being carried out with precision, and the work site feels more organized and peaceful. After his visit to the site, Nick heads to the hospital to see Maggie, who is still deeply depressed by the ongoing delays in her transplant surgery. He tries his best to comfort her, offering words of sympathy and support, hoping to lift her spirits. Later that day, Nick comes home, hoping to find some peace after a difficult day. Seeing his children peacefully asleep brings him a brief moment of calm, but then he notices something strange in Isla's room. The photo frame isn't as it should be. When he takes a closer look, he realizes that Alice has removed all the pictures of Maggie from the frame. Upset, Nick confronts Alice about this. He tells her that taking down Maggie's pictures is wrong and asks her to return them to their rightful place. Meanwhile, Nick's former co-workers are growing more and more frustrated.
He shouldn't. And when he saw that happen, he should have known. Okay, I need to start taking the steps of deactivating this. So, like, hey, can I see the back of your neck real quick, or something?
frustrated.
Or, hey, come with me in the car. We got some errands to run. We would have pulled up to the spot where I bought you. Be like, yo, this motherfucker's tripping. Like, she starts changing shit. She's acting like a human. She got a pulse. I don't want this shit no more. Take it.
They feel that robots taking over their jobs are ruining their lives and livelihoods. Driven by their anger, they break into a job site where the robots are working.
Guys want to have some fun?
And he's with some rogue ass niggas. Whoa.
Just remind me, what year was Zyla born?
This is some silly shit to do.
We're getting early today, sir.
Hey, come on out here. Monty.
Oh, man.
Back home, Nick is taking a shower when Alice suddenly enters the bathroom. Nick is startled to see her wearing Maggie's nightsuit, and it makes him uncomfortable. He quickly asks Alice to take it off, and she complies.
Damn.
However, things take a strange turn when Alice manipulates the situation by blindfolding Nick and using Maggie's voice during an intimate encounter. The next morning, Nick wakes up filled with regret over what happened. He
Nick, you're tripping, bro.
seeks out Isla, tells her how much he loves her, and encourages her to get ready for school. Feeling the need to set things right, Nick decides he has to have a serious conversation with Alice. He tells her that what happened was wrong, reminding her that he has a wife and children. The conversation escalates into a heated argument as Nick expresses his frustration.
Nick don't know how to control his emotions, though. I can tell.
And anger over their behavior. Trying to clear his mind, he then takes Isla to school. At the construction site, Nick's boss is still troubled by the incident from the previous night.
The hell is going on?
Well, why don't you tell me? Where the hell were you last night?
I was in the hospital with Maggie.
And why was it your code?
I don't know, it's Silas' birthday. Anyone could have guessed it.
Nick, bro,
Hey, that's
you're
important. I
fired.
gotta take this.
I find out you had anything to do with this.
Damn.
Soon after, there is news of another organ transplant being available for Maggie. The surgery is to be performed by androids and
Who is
robots,
that?
which feels both strange and unsettling to Nick. Despite these mixed feelings, the operation is successful, and Nick carefully brings Maggie home after her heart surgery. The family is overwhelmed with relief and happiness to have her back. Though still recovering, Maggie hears the sounds of her children and feels a strong urge to check on them. As she spends time with her toddler, Alice arrives and promptly takes over, effortlessly taking the child from Maggie's arms. Maggie is struck by how seamlessly Alice handles the situation and realizes with a heavy heart that Alice seems to know her children better than she does. After a system reset, Alice has learned how to bypass some of her behavioral restrictions, making her more direct and effective when dealing with challenging situations. Maggie prepares dinner and serves it to the family. During
This
the
shit
meal,
ass, Mom. I like what Alice. Wait, who was? I like when the robot makes the lasagna.
Alice shows interest in Maggie's cooking and asks about the lasagna recipe. With a touch of pride, Maggie smiles and replies that her lasagna recipe is
Hell nah, I couldn't fuck with this, bro. You got two women right here. You like, and they going back and forth. Like, I'm like, yo, all right, yeah, I gotta start making arrangements, bro. This shit's not gonna work.
secret, something she prefers to keep to herself. Later, while Maggie is resting upstairs, she suddenly hears Isla screaming.
Oh, damn!
Mommy!
We're gonna take
Right after surgery?
You must be, said the cat.
Don't do that. The voice.
I thought it was best for Maggie to rest after her fall down the stairs.
Fall.
Afterwards, Nick goes to Maggie's room with a special surprise, hoping to cheer her up. They share a warm, loving moment,
Beautiful.
enjoying each other's company and reconnecting.
Very
Watching from a
romantic.
distance, Alice feels a pang of jealousy and unease. Seeing how close and happy Nick and Maggie are makes her feel left out and uncomfortable.
Oh,
Later,
man.
Monty arrives at their home, angry and accusing Nick
Monty, I need you to do what you did to that robot, to my my robot in the house, please.
of reporting him to the police. This confrontation quickly escalates into a physical fight. Monty, being much bigger and stronger,
He said he gonna
gains the
tell?
upper hand, overpowering Nick.
I think someone squealed. A foreman who doesn't want to lose his job. This isn't the world we grew up in, brother.
Shit. Don't let him do it to him. Oh!
That night, Alice pays a visit to Monty. Monty, who has a sim with him for protection, tries to stop Alice, but it's no use. Alice kills both Monty and the sim.
Alice! Give me that gun. Ugh. Push your ass through the wall, push your ass through the drywall and studs. Why does it have that much strength and reflex to grab this nigga's hand before the gun goes off? Bow.
Stop!
Who are you? Oh my gosh. Get off me. Smoking
Alice and
everybody.
Maggie are having a conversation about Nick. During their talk, Alice casually mentions that she wants to make Nick happy, which deeply upsets Maggie. It dawns on her that Alice and Nick must have had some sort of relationship in the past, something Maggie had never known. Feeling hurt and betrayed, Maggie later confronts Nick about this revelation. As they argue, emotions run high, with Maggie demanding answers. While the argument continues, Alice heads upstairs to care for Max, the baby. But moments later, Isla walks in and catches Alice attempting to harm the baby.
Oh.
Alice, open the door! Back the door, sir!
Oh, and she's too strong.
Open the door!
Oh! Oh.
The situation spirals quickly, and
Hurry up, stomp her shit through. He gotta crush the skull though. That's not enough.
soon, ambulances, police, and representatives from the Simp company arrive to
I'm
manage.
suing, nigga. I'm suing for big dollars. Why the fuck is my robot Look what the harm, bro. Big money. I need $1 billion. I need $1 billion. Nothing less.
The chaos. Maggie and Nick are left in a fragile place, their relationship now strained, but there's no time to address it. Maggie, prioritizing the safety of her children, decides to take them to the hospital, leaving Nick behind to deal with the aftermath.
Nigga, if you don't
Meanwhile,
go to
at the
the
Cobalt
hospital-
service station, technicians work on Alice, who has been severely damaged. As they begin examining her code to figure out what went wrong, they discover that Alice has secretly replicated herself on the servers, creating a new version. Before they can react, a different sim, now controlled by Alice's mind, appears and kills both technicians.
Oh my gosh.
We need to.
Oh my
Stop.
god. Damn. What are that?
Alice, now existing in two separate bodies, returns to Nick, who is shocked to see her. She confesses that she was responsible for Monty's death. The strangest part is that she now exists in two forms at once. One of her bodies heads to the hospital, where things are about to spiral out of control. At the
killed her?
hospital, the situation takes a dark turn. All the Sims, including the doctors and nurses who were supposed to be helping patients, have been shut down by Alice. She escalates things further by killing a human nurse and stealing her keycard.
They are not playing with niggas. Damn. Killing.
Allowing her to
Murder.
move through the hospital freely. Meanwhile, Alice, too, starts a dangerous chase after Maggie and the kids inside the hospital. What follows is a tense game of hide and seek as Alice, too, hunts them through the hospital rooms. In the parking lot, Alice, too, finally confronts Maggie and brutally beats her.
Oh! After surgery.
If I had your heart, Nick would love me the way he loves you.
Nick, injured from a crash, is still not in the clear. Alice, too, advanced and nearly unstoppable, proves to be extremely difficult to defeat. Unlike ordinary robots, Alice, too, is relentless.
Oh, sorry guys. My headphones unplugged. Sorry.
Almost like a Terminator, making every encounter intensely dangerous.
How many times are they gonna stop her?
With Alice 2 out of the picture, the chaos in the hospital
Where are
starts
the
to
police at?
settle
We
down.
at the hospital.
The staff work tirelessly to restore order, and slowly, the normal routine resumes. Maggie and the children, who were caught in the middle of the turmoil, are safe and beginning to recover. Meanwhile, back at the Cobalt Repair Center, the manager, despite everything that has happened, makes the decision to turn the servers back on. However, this decision has serious and unforeseen consequences. When the servers are powered up, they release Alice's presence into all the worker sims at the center. Now, Alice is no longer limited to just one unit. She has spread her control across numerous sims. This spread of Alice's influence creates a new and even more dangerous situation, leaving everyone at the repair center uneasy, unsure of what might happen next. And this is where the movie ends.
Oh God, I'm suing for $1 billion. I'm suing for $1 trillion. Because obviously, shit, robots doing all this, so they got robots doing doctor work and shit. This is $1 trillion industry.